H-E-Q-E, what's that?
Q is
Equation. There's a glare. That's what they all say. Turn the light off, please. That probably didn't help much, but I can't turn off the sun, sorry. Don't know what to do. All right, cool. So the way you'll do this, third thing I want to say, standard form has a 1 on the right still. Okay. So where do you think the center of this hyperbola is? If I rewrite this as x minus 0 squared over 4, yeah, it'd be at 0, 0. Okay. Plot the center, okay? Which term comes first here? X comes first, okay? So what I'm going to do is, since my x comes first, take the square root of the number below x. What's that? 2, okay? So this is my center, my vertices. 2 to the left. I'll do this in a different color. 2 to the left of my center and 2 to the right of my center, okay? Is this a sideways or vertical parabola? Which comes first, x or y? X. So it's sideways, so it looks like this. Hyperbolas are a great conic section.
We don't have to worry
All right, 12:45.
the y squared.
You don't. Maybe some mathematicians do, but you don't. But like what?
Why is it even there then?
Well, like so in this Algebra 2 class, you guys don't need to worry about it. In general, mathematicians do have to worry about it.
Because I already covered up the section.
Do you care how like accurate they are?
I want the vertices in the right spot, and I want the center in the right spot, and then I want sideways or vertical.
But you don't really care how accurately.
I don't care if it's like compressed or stretched, as long as it's not crazy.
You gotta go get pizza?
Yeah, we get pizza. You go cash in on that, man. Thank you. Your one as well.
It's not actually like $16,000 per day.
I had to go sign up for NHS.
All right, I'm going to skip down to, let's do number, let's do part, let's do D. Let's do D real quick, okay? What do I have to do to get this in standard form? Divide by 16, okay? Hey, what's up? Did you just get here?
Yeah.
What's up? Okay, so we got to divide by 16. Okay. I feel like I'm giving off Mr. McGinley vibes right now. No?
No.
He just does. He just
He
like.
yells at me.
Really?
I'll like look at him and I'll just be like, so what's that look for? Is that your resource? Yes.
I literally
And then
could
he
not make him mad at me. There was a day I had him in gym. I tried to make him mad at me the whole class. That was like my goal, was to make him mad at me. Couldn't do it.
I broke into his car.
It's on me. It's recording.
Why were you in his car? Having his glass.
All right. 5 regular push-ups. Ready, go. So boring. All right, so I got to divide by 16 on both sides. Divide by 16, okay? So divide by term. So it's going to be y squared, or y minus 0, right? Y minus 0 squared over 4 minus x minus 0 squared over 4 equals 1. Okay? What's that? Should be 4. That should be 16. Sorry. Made a mistake. All right, so what's my center? 0, 0, okay. Is this a vertical hyperbola, like up and down hyperbola, or a side-to-side hyperbola? Up and down, right? And that's because what? The y comes first, okay? What's the square root of the number below y? So I'm going to go up 2, make a dot, down 2, make a dot, and then draw your little u's facing away from each other. Okay. This chapter is basically how to complete the square and then graph stuff. Okay. The hardest part of this chapter is completing the square, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. IMO. Questions, comments, concerns on that one? I'm just going to go directly to the back page now because these are way harder. Yeah, if it's already in standard form for you guys, easy. That should be free points, okay? That should be a quick grade for me, all right? I want that to be a quick grade, all right? I don't want to spend too much of my Saturday grading our Chapter 10 tests, all right? So, quick grade. Let's make that a quick grade. No, I want you guys to do well for your own sake. I want you to get into a good college so you can go to Northwestern in 2 years. See me. No, I'm kidding. Well, if you do, that'd be cool. But.
What do you go to Northwestern study?
Applied math.
Mr. Rush, can I request you as my tour guide?
Yeah, well, probably not, because I'll be a grad student, and grad students don't really do any, interact with, the rest of it. They kind of just do their thing. Yeah. All right, so we've got to get this guy in standard form. So I'm looking at number 1 on the back. I'm going to write the y's by each other. I'm going to write the x's by each other. There's actually not much square completing to do here. Both my x and my y are just what? I just rewrite those as what? Yeah, x minus 0 squared. What's that? It's not always going to be 0. What do I do with the 16? Add it over. And then what's my last step here? Am I in standard form yet? No. So I got to do what? Divide by 16. Divide by 16, okay? To make this easier on you guys, I'm going to take, so this is going to be a negative term, right? Negative 16 divided by 16 is negative. Right's going to be a minus. I'm going to write that term second. So I'm going to have y minus 0 squared divided by 16 minus, what is that? X minus 0 squared over 1. That all equals what? 1. Okay?
So what would be negative 16?
You could write it you could write it with like this term first, but because I taught you guys like the first term is the one if x comes first it's sideways, right? Well, x comes first here, like it's literally written like to the left of y, but it's the negative one. So if it were written like the ones up here, it would come second. What? So what?
Why do we not divide the 6, negative 6?
I did. It's -1 right here. Yeah, I did. What I was trying to say is write the negative term second. Write the negative term second. Sorry, the easier way to say that. My apologies.
Why would it be negative 1? Yeah.
It is. It's minus.
But,
Do you want me to write it as plus -1?
well, no, the end answer. That's on there.
Oh, because 16 divided by 16 is +1.
I thought we were dividing by negative 6.
No, I was divided by 16. Right, we are confused on this. My last step here is dividing both sides by this number here. It's +16. That gives me a +1 on the right side of the equal sign.
Okay, I understand now.
Okay, cool. So it was a -16 to begin with, so that's why.
You just split it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I wrote the negative term second. Okay. So which term comes first there? The y. Yes. So it's going to be up or down or side to side? Up and down. What's my center? 0, 0. What's the number underneath my y? Square root of 16 is what? 4. So I go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I go down 4. Wait, and I go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh, I love conic sections. Look at that conic section right there. Look at that hyperbola. Do you guys know why they're called? Wait, what? You good? What's going on?
Is it better to be like that, or is it, do you want to spread out more?
I don't care. Honestly, I kind of like yours better, but I don't care. Do not care. I'll accept that. I'll accept that any day.
Looks like someone being like,
Looks like a person. Let's do a really hard one. Let's work from. Ooh, let's do 5. Let's do number 5. Let's do number 5. You guys okay? Ooh, that's nice breeze. You guys okay if I do number 5? Number 5? Right, we're gonna do number 5. All right, number 5. If someone asks me what problem we're doing, I'm just gonna ignore them. Okay. Someone's gonna ask me. Yeah, he's gonna ask me. All right, here we go. So this is not in standard form, right? I got to complete the square. Okay. So I'm gonna write down number 5, but I'm gonna write all the x terms right by each other. Little space. -16y squared plus 48y. Little space. -99 equals 0. Equals 0. 0. Okay. All right, you got to complete the square in this guy right here. Whew. It's not fun. Okay. So what do I need to do here? Factor out the 36. Good. We're pros. We are pros. Let me leave this flat on my desk. So I don't All right, 36. 108 divided by 36 is 3. Thank you. Okay. Look at that. What am I going to add in this spot? Add 9 plus 9/4. What am I going to subtract here to offset that? 9 divided by 4 times 36. Wait, I did something wrong. 9 divided by 4 times 36. Is that right? -81? Yeah. So -81. Took this number. You're interested in your x, right? You divide it by 2 and you square it. So 3 divided by 2 is 3 halves. 3 halves squared is 9/4. Okay. What do I do here? Okay, this is new. This is a little new. This is a little fine-tooth distinction here. I need this to be a 1, right? What do I factor out? A negative 16. Be careful. This is a minus 16 times y squared. 48 divided by negative 16 is minus 3. This becomes a minus 3y. Okay, so be careful.
Does that make it positive 9 over 4?
Yeah, so what's going on, right? That's a great point. So what am I going to add in my blank space? So I take this number next to y, divide it by 2, and square it. That gives me 9/4, right? Okay, so I do a plus 9/4. Okay? Okay, this is a little tricky. 9/4 times negative 16, what's that? It's negative 36, okay? So to offset that, what do I put here? I do a plus 36, okay? So to the untrained eye, it may look like I added both numbers, but I didn't. Okay, this 9/4 that I put inside my parentheses got multiplied by a negative, right? So to offset that, I got to do a positive outside. All right, a little tricky, tricky. Where I get the minus 81, I put a plus 9/4 in the parentheses here. To offset that, I do minus 9/4 times 36. 9/4 times 36 is 81. Does that make sense? All right. So let's complete some squares. Okay. What does this factor to? X plus 3/2. Okay. This chapter is pretty much just the complete the square chapter, except then you have to graph stuff. But the graphing's not hard.
That was a free stuff.
Add the 81 over. Let's add my 81 over. Cool, that's really cool. Minus 16, what does this factor to? Y minus 3/2 squared. Subtract over the 36.
If anybody was to get kidnapped.
Add over the 99.
He's too amped.
You guys feel okay about this? 81 minus 36 plus 99. 144. All right. Right. So a little review. This is not a circle, right? My coefficients are not the same. Moreover, there's a minus here, so it's not a circle, right? It's not an ellipse because there's a minus here instead of a plus, so I know it's a hyperbola, okay? What's my last step here? Divide by my yes. Divide by my 144. Boom, 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 boom. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. How are we feeling simplifying fractions in our calculator? Are we feeling okay about that? Okay, I'll take that as a yes.
Our quiz when we have a lot of illusions.
Yeah. If not, I'll give you scrap paper. I love showing work.
Oh, yeah. And then he'll like flip the cake out, pour the water into it, water it goes.
36 over 4 minus, what's that? Y. Minus 3/2. What's that over? 16 over 44 is sick. Look at that. Boom. Okay. Questions on how I got to my standard form.
How did you know to have it be x plus 3/2?
How did I factor this so fast? So one way you can do it is you can factor it like the traditional way, like we did in chapter 5, back to December. Okay. Shortcut when you're factoring at this point when you're completing the square. You can just make it a parenthesis with 2 terms, parenthesis squared. Write your variable down. Take this number, divide it by 2. So I just copied that down. That's how I did that so fast.
Why don't you tell us how we meet?
I have told you that like 8 times.
We meet in December.
Oh, in December?
36.
Because I wanted you to learn how to factor the traditional
Will it
way.
always be the same thing, but the second one.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm so glad you made time to see me. How's life? Tell me, how's your family? Okay. So what's my center going to be here? Negative 3 halves, positive 3 halves.
So you always divide by 2 in the middle term when you're factoring math?
Yeah.
Ride the bus. Train to the city every day.
Negative 3 halves, positive 3 halves. Right there. Okay. Which term comes first? X or Y? Is this going to be side by side or up and down?
Side by side.
Side by side. How much do I go to the left? How much do I go to the right? I go 4 to the left and right. Don't fall for that trap. You go square root of 4 to the left and right, right? Correct?
When do you use 9?
Never. If you're like doing more advanced stuff with this.
Oh, so you always use the first one?
Yeah. You guys do.
We're losers.
You're not losers.
Hey, we're not losers.
That's terrible. You're not losers, I'm just a winner.
But is it, in order for you to win, don't we have to lose?
What?
In order for you to win, don't we have to lose?
That's
Someone
terrible.
else has to lose?
That's terrible. No, it's not true. Everyone can learn math,
I just
right? Learning math doesn't prevent someone else from learning math.
It's like a Pixar
That's why math is better than sports. All right, which one should I do? What's another hard one? Let's do 6. This is the last one. Usually the last one's really hard. Let's do number 6 now, okay? Let's do number 6. Number 6. I played volleyball.
Oh, really?
Yeah, why?
get at it.
Yeah, I was good.
We have varsity.
Yeah.
No. What? Is that why you asked for the volleyball?
I would have been on varsity as a sophomore, but a senior came back who hadn't played the previous year. So I just like I dominated JV. I just like. Oh. I'm probably the best JV men's volleyball player in the history of the state. I will stand behind that claim. It was no one's fault, but I was held back. It's all good. All right. So this is not in vertex form, right? Not in vertex form. Okay. So let's complete the square. So I write all the x terms. You guys are all confident. That's cool. I'm glad you're confident. Just let's hope that pays off.
I'm stupid.
What do I do? Yeah, pull it out, okay? And I'm factoring in negative 4, so be careful. What's negative 8 divided by negative 4? 2, good. Plus 2x, okay? What do I put in my blank space? So I put a 4 yet, take your x, take the number, you're interested in your x, interested in your x. Divide the number next to x by 2 and square it. That gives you 1, no? Okay. What do I put in my blank space right outside? A plus 4. Okay, right? This plus 1 that's inside my parentheses gets multiplied by a minus 4. So that's a minus 4. So to offset that, I have to do a plus 4. Then y I rewrite as y minus 0, quantity squared. Add over this, so minus 24 equals 0. Right? What is this factored to? Okay, on this side of the room was my guy. So what is my guy factored to? Yeah. And subtract over the 4. Add over the 24.
Wait, Mr. Russia.
So
Would it not be 2? I thought you'd do the x over 1.
this one,
Yeah. Would it not be x plus 2?
like right here or right here?
Right there. thought you said the last problem.
This should be x plus 1. You take this number, divide it by 2.
Oh, yeah.
2 divided by 2 is 1. Minus what's plus equals 20. Yeah, all equals positive 20. Okay. What's my, so I know it's a hyperbola. How do I know it's a hyperbola at this point? There's a minus here, right? So let's divide by 20 and then write the minus term second, okay? So we don't confuse ourselves. So standard form is y minus 0 squared divided by 20.
I did last night.
I slept
Right before I went to bed, I had my phone open on the square. I tried to see if I didn't go through it, but I just started.
There you go. That's my final standard form. Any questions?
Why'd you switch to y?
Because usually, like,
What do you mean? Like, oh, I just wrote them in a different order. So I just wrote this term first. I wrote plus y minus 0 squared over 20. And then I wrote this one.
but I was
So
watching.
you want x plus 1 squared or 20?
You always want the plus first.
Yeah, put the plus first. It'll be easier for you guys.
2-hour nap yesterday once I got home.
Plus, it bothers me to see it written any other way.
But I wanted to be off.
Okay. So we know it's a hyperbola and not an ellipse because why?
Because of this minus.
Good answer. Good answer. All right, so that's my standard form right here. Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, doing the homework. Do it. Do it. All right.
For that graphing, we're just supposed to.
So where's my center?
Good full conversation on top of that.
Where's my center here? Negative 1, 0. Be careful, guys. Be careful. Right, so I'm actually going to write that down. Here's my standard form. Okay, it's negative 1, 0, not 0, negative 1. Be careful. Don't write that down. Don't write down the wrong thing. Negative 1, 0 is my center. Okay, is this up or down or left and right? Is this an up and down hyperbola or left and right hyperbola? Up and down, why? The y is first. Okay, what's that number underneath y? 20, so square root of 20, it's about, or it's equal to 2 root 5. It's a little over 4. So let's go a little over 4 up, a little over 4 down. Down. How are you feeling okay about these? Feeling good? You want me to do another one or you want to work on your own? On your own, okay. Start the homework or work on the homework or notes on your own then. So, I'm not trying to like